Judas Maccabeus was composed by George Friedrich Handel, who was a German composer from the Baroque musical period. Other Baroque period composers include Vivaldi and Bach. Interestingly, Bach and Handel never met, in spite of both being in Germany at the same time. The main difference between Bach and Handel is that Bach never wrote any operas. I will insert a picture of Handel from around 1748. Judas Maccabeus is an oratorio that was composed in 1746. You can pop over to YouTube and have a listen to it. And I have attached an MP3 of the version that you're going to be learning. An oratorio is a large musical composition for orchestra, choir, and soloists. Unlike an opera, which is musical theatre, so you can think of Les Mis or Aida, an oratorio is strictly a concert piece, meaning there are no props, costumes, or interaction between characters. This was popular at the time, especially around Easter, since spectacles were forbidden during the fasting period of Lent by the Catholic Church. Another famous Handel work is the Hallelujah Chorus, which is from the oratorio The Messiah. Here is an example of how it has been repurposed to create a joyful Christmas carol. Handel also composed The Arrival of the Queen of Sheba. I have attached a link to a cover of an adaptation of The Arrival of the Queen of Sheba by the Electric Light Orchestra in their version of the Beatles' hit song Day Tripper. You can just scroll forward to 4 minutes and 18 seconds. So after listening to that, which do you like better? Is there something you would have added or removed? How would you make this music your own? These are questions we need to ask ourselves as we tackle any new piece. Think about the classical music and how it is being used today. Do you think we should leave it in the past, pay tribute to it by adapting it to our music today, or even completely change it and make it more radical and experimental? Now listen to the Judas Maccabeus MP3 and sing along with the recording until you know it. Think about a story that can go with this piece. What is the music saying to you? See if you can hear the points that we discussed in the other videos ahead, and imagine yourself playing the piece each time you listen to it. Imagine your fingers freely moving across the fingerboard and playing the notes in tune. Imagine your bow confidently making the strings sound beautiful. You can also air bow without making any sound, but doing the bowing that's in the piece, or just practice the fingers alone without the bow. It is also helpful to keep the sheet music in front of you as you do this, and to practice each hand separately as you would if you were playing the piano. Let's move on to a discussion about the form of Judas Maccabeus. Judas Maccabeus is composed of two main parts. Part 1, or section A, is the first 2 lines. Part 2, or section B, is lines 3 and 4. And the last part, which is similar to part 1, is lines 5 and 6. This means we have an opening melody, then a different one in the middle, and then the melody from the opening is repeated again. We call this an ABA form. Can you think of some pieces from book 1 that had an ABA form? I will give you a clue. Go Tell Aunt Rhody has an ABA form.